Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Lady of the Throne, where God dwells within me as me, and I am here to talk to you about what's coming up this week. So, this is going to be for the week of March 18th through the 24th, okay? And this message is going to be for you, okay? And it is going to be for anyone who's resonating with this. This is a general collective message, so it may or may not resonate with you guys this week, but I do get a sense that it is going to resonate with a lot of people, okay? And I'll tell you why in just a second. But before I get started, I want to say the prayer that, I always say a prayer when I'm doing the general collective messages. And I hope that you guys take in the prayer with love. Father God, it is your desire for us to prosper in all that we do. We speak forth promotions, business ideas, divine connections, and partnerships. We stir up the same creative spirit that created the heavens and the earth to bring forth new ideas and inventions for the betterment of this world, that we can be a blessing to many. Amen. All right, so I say that prayer for the month of March. Some of you may remember it from the last March collective read, but that prayer is because we are in this creative manifestation energy for the month of March, okay? So that is a prayer that you can say to the Supreme God, our Father. That is a prayer that you can say to God, and that's just something that can help you, be, become more creative or have more ideas when it comes to things that you are trying to manifest in your life. And I feel like if you guys are really taking it in, I feel like it's working for some of you guys. I feel like if you're really into the messages, especially here on this channel, I feel like a lot of things are changing for some people that listen and that watch, and you guys are taking it in with nothing but love. And I love you guys for that. I really do. And I really, really appreciate you. Because everything is coming from a good place. Like, honestly, I have no reason to be anything that I'm not. Like, I'm just a person who's just, gonna be real with you. And I just want to see people win. And that's ultimately what I've always wanted, of course, even though people may not always want that for me. And speaking of that, that's what the message is about. All right. So, because I'm picking up a lot of energy, and I'll tell you guys what's going on, what I'm picking up. You guys who are familiar with me and my energy and who I am and everything, you guys know that I can pick up energy from everywhere and from so many different places. It could be from the North Pole to the South Pole. I'll pick it up. Honestly, that's who I am. So I feel a lot, and I'm picking up a lot of stuff, and I just want to express it because this is a collective message. So a lot of people may be going through these things. So this is from March 18th to the 24th. What is coming up this week is not really a good energy. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, say, for instance, today, it just wasn't really positive. There was a lot of negativity in the atmosphere, and there was a lot of negativity, like, as far as people I don't even know, but coming toward me with a lot of negativity. And I'm already aware that these people are doing these things out of pure, it could be jealousy. It can be because they're not in a certain light in their life. It could be because they don't have certain level of fame or a certain level of support. It could be because of the lack of love. It could be different things, but I don't even know these people personally. Like, I don't work with them. I don't, things like that. I don't work with them. I don't know them. I'm not around them. It's just that it's been a constant thing, and it's because people like to jump on the bandwagon, and they like to hate you or be jealous or envious of you because you have so much light. And myself, just like other people that you may listen to here on YouTube especially, or on social media or on TV, are trying to warn you guys and tell you guys what is going on in the world right now. We're trying to do this. Like, I'm not the only person. I have people working for me. God has people working for God, right? So it's like we got workers, and there's light. What I mean by that is light workers. Like, there's people out here that's helping. There's people out here trying to tell you. There's people out here trying to heal, trying to help you understand like what's going on. There's a lot of negativity stirred up this week, and it is because of all of the light that you have. People are upset because you have it. And then, you know what's so crazy? It's because when people hear you talking about the light that you have, it makes them even more upset, because they then start to look at you like, who do you think you are? Or you think you're too much, and things like that. But these people are not understanding the spiritual ranking that is there. They're not understanding that they should respect you and they should honor you, as a matter of fact. But people have two things that will kill them: pride and ego. That's the two best friends to the enemy. When you have that ingrained in your soul, it really does affect your life. Because a lot of times when people decide to go against the chosen, okay, when you go against the chosen, you are setting yourself up for limited life. And that's just really what the truth. And anybody will tell you that. People in church will tell you that. People on the street will tell you that. People on YouTube will tell you that. You just don't treat people that way. So some of you guys are chosen as far as like, let me just break it down and explain a personality characteristic, some personality characteristics you may have, because I feel like somebody's going to listen to this today and somebody's going to probably either cry, like really drop some tears, because it's really going to hit you and you're really going to feel what I'm saying, because you're experiencing this, you're going through a lot of this around you. Or if not cry, like somebody's just going to really feel this. I'm telling you, because it's like this. It's like you may be the kind of person, because this is what I'm picking up. You guys may be, somebody out there may be the kind of person that you really stay to yourself. You're very focused on yourself. All you've ever wanted to do in your life is be successful, is like live a good life. All you've ever wanted is to be comfortable, like be able to eat, every day, be able to feed yourself, be able to work and work in peace so that you can make it to your next day. The only thing you've ever wanted is to see good things for people, right? You've always wanted to be there and be that support for other people. You may have sage advice, sage wisdom. You may have great things that you want to tell somebody. Hallelujah. You may have things that you want to tell people, right? You may have ways about you that's so real, so righteous, so strong. And it's the way that you convey your messages that could be too harsh for some people, or it could be too much truth. But you have so much authenticity. And in this day and age, a lot of people are not moved by authenticity and how rare a person is. They are moved by what they see. Everyone wants to see things. They like to show things. But it is also written from the emerald tablets that you should not boast or brag about things that you have. How much gold you have. Not gold as in like gold jewelry and stuff, but this is from back in the day. You guys see what I mean? Like this is from way ancient times, because there was no paper money. But one man shouldn't boast and brag about what they have against another. Like you shouldn't do that. That's something that's definitely forbidden. And some of you may have a spirit where you've never been that way. But you may be experiencing or seeing or noticing people brag about the things that they have, the things that they own, the things that they buy, the things that they have, like titles that they have behind their name. And you may be realizing that these people have either faked this to get where they are, or even if they did not, even if it is coming through in a real way, it's still something that you shouldn't take for granted, or you shouldn't have to prove anything, because life is so hard. And one of the most challenging aspects to life is your ability to remain humble in the midst of chaos. That is like something that's really, 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 really hard to do. But if you really are deserving to have a part in the story of life and leave behind a legacy that lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime that people will remember, is when you are always humble. right? When you don't be humble sometimes, but when you are always obedient and humble, when you are always showing humility and compassion to other people. Now, yes, there's going to be some times in your life where you may have to step out of character, and you may have to put your foot down in situations. You may have to show your strength of character. But that's a difference between showing your strength of character versus showing your possessions. All right, so that's one thing that you guys maybe I'm picking this up, that you guys may be dealing with people around you or situations where people have so many things to say about you because they're comparing what they have to what you have. You may be going through that, okay? But I am here as your beacon of light to let you know that this is happening because people are driven by authority. Like, authority is what people want. People equate authority the same way as power, but they are two different words for a reason, right? Of course, we have synonyms, of course, but we have antonyms too. And I feel strongly that these two are antonyms. I do feel that authority and power is not the same, because a sense of power is something that can be a range of different things. You could be talking about anything from superpowers to your strength physically, to electricity, to like power as in your ego, right? It's so many different ways you could see that, but I do feel that authority is just authority. Like, when you say that word, you already understand that there's some type of hierarchy here, and that's what that means. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's very broad, it's very basic, it's very, like, straight to the point. And you guys may be dealing with people who are in positions of authority, or people who want to be in a position of authority, even especially if you are a person who's already in that position of authority, okay? Like, you may have people feeling like they have a certain place in the grand scheme of things, or in the great order of life. But again, you must have faith in what you do not see, not in the things that you see, because people will feel like they are above other people because of what they have, or the accomplishments that they've made in this lifetime. But the main thing that human beings always pass up or ignore is that there is a hierarchy in the authority role that one plays in this life. Is not the highest you can go. There will be things happening above this earthly plane where even the people that want to intimidate you because of who they are, even above that, there is someone over all of that, right? And so I feel like some of you guys may be dealing with people like that. Now, these people may not be authoritative towards you. You may be experiencing people who are in positions of authority doing things to other people. It's affecting people around you, possibly. For some of you guys, like, for instance, I have a family member, and as soon as I got in the car with her, she's really stressed out and really, really aggravated and annoyed. And she's just so, like, just getting really depressed about the same situation. And it's about an authority figure who she is having to deal with all the time, and it's kind of inevitable because of the situation. But it's not her boss, it's somebody else. It's not her personal authority figure. It's like a person in a position of leadership that she's having an issue with, and it's really affecting her because she's in a hard place because it's not someone that's over her. However, it affects her, right? And so that situation is just so aggravating for me to for even myself to hear it happening so much. And what the aggravation could be coming from is not that I can't do anything to help her. It's not that, because the situation is going to change, especially with me being involved. It is going to, well, me being, her family member, and I'm listening, right? It is going to change. But the thing about it is that what is so saddening about the situation is that the person who is in this position is misusing their power, is abusing it. And that hurts because it's like God can take all of that away, and it really is crazy how people out here are moving and operating. But you guys have to know that this week you could feel like there is like some type of negative habit that you have formed, or maybe a negative way of thinking or a behavior pattern that you are constantly noticing that's happening around you. Like a lot of people around you are feeling very negative about something, and you may start to worry about it, or you may feel some type of guilt about it, or worry or anguish about it, or possibly even a little anxiety about it because of what other people are doing to try to affect you in a negative way. But this week is about realizing that you are a spiritual master, right? What I mean by that is you have mastered things on a spiritual level, chosen one. You have the ability to soar so much higher and fly above all the drama and the haters. Like that Candy song, I fly above all my haters. I fly above, I fly above. You guys need to fly above all of that, because you need to remember that people are changing in this world. The enemy has his influence everywhere right now. All right. And you have to remember how people have become possessed. This is not something that you're going to see on movies. This is not something that you are going to see in Hollywood. You're not going to see it happening like that in real life. It's not going to be that way. It's going to be in different ways, right? Going back to your personality characteristics. Some of you may be the kind of person that's always nice to people. Always friendly, always pleasant to work with, always pleasant to talk to, always pleasant to get to know. But you have people who have decided to group up and go against you. And you may wonder to yourself, why is this happening to me if I'm not doing anything? I go around people, I'm smiling, I'm always like, hey, how you doing? I'm always positive. Some of you may feel like that, but you constantly are getting opposition. Constantly. There's people always trying to test you constantly. Or if it's not that, you just find yourself around people in situations where other people are experiencing a lot of negative things around them, but you're in the room, or you're in the place, or you're around it. And you're just like, why is all this coming around me? Like, what is happening right now? Well, this week right here, I'm telling you, don't take this stuff personal. Don't take it personal, because what's happening is that notice it. Notice what's happening. Notice what is happening. People are not playing by the rule book of God. They're playing by the rule book of Satan. Understand what people are doing right now. When people have decided to group up and go against you, when people have decided to play mind games with you, when people have decided to insult your intelligence, when people have decided to go and say negative things about you, and when people have decided to mistreat you, mishandle you, or choose to disrespect you knowing who you are, that is something that has Satan's name written all over it. You have to understand that this is not Hollywood. This is not the movies. People are being possessed by material things. People are being possessed because their heart is hardened. Their heart is turning hard. People are possessed by their own thoughts, their negative thought patterns, and the way that they think and how they feel and how they see life. People are being possessed by things that they are engaging in on social media. You have to understand that all it takes is for a lot of people to jump on a bandwagon. And if you feed into it, or if you like it, and if you're like, yeah, I'm with this, there you go. You're under that possession, because it doesn't take long for these type of things to spread like wildfire. It doesn't take that long for people to be affected by this. So the reason why you may experience a lot of negativity around you, things just happening, just a lot of bad energy around you, is because that devil is on a job. And it is happening all around, because people are becoming more and more and more and more and more taken. Their souls are becoming taken. And these people are becoming more broken. So you have to understand, like, I'm going to, let you guys go, but I just want you to know, to get through this week, remember to come back to your spiritual path with that courage and that determination that you have for God. Okay? Let it be known that you are a child of God in situations that are very, very negative around you. A lot of you guys, you don't bother anybody, such as myself. I don't bother people. I'm always to myself, and always a pleasant person to be around, a pleasant person to see, to meet. Never a problem. Just don't want to be, I don't have that kind of heart. It's impossible for me to, because of who I am. But I do understand that people will do things to poke and poke and poke and poke and poke and poke and poke. But in your mind, you have to see these people as the devil. Like, literally see these people as what they are showing you, because only those agents of Satan will do this to you. And the only reason they're doing it is because you are of the light. Remember that. One last thing. I promise I'm going to let you guys go. If you were on the devil's team, do you think bad things would come towards you? Think about it. Just think about it. Bad things wouldn't come towards you if you were on that team. You would be with them doing it to others. But because you're not, that is why. And that should let you know everything you need to know. All right. God bless. And, just pray, you guys. Thank you.